All right, so today's project is we're changing the oil on the Cummins. This is my second oil change with the new truck. I haven't updated anyone really on the new vehicle. I plan on doing a 1-year review in April. I bought it in April, so I'll get into depth as to what I bought, why I bought it, and all that stuff. But due for an oil change. So today we're doing oil change and fuel filters. It's got just under 16,000 miles. So I've been trying to do, I did the first one at 7,500. I'm going to do the second one at 15,000, which is another 7,500. And then the book says you can do them every 15,000. If I was maybe doing all highway, I would try to do that, but I think I'm going to switch it to 10,000 after this one. So I'm using full synthetic AmSoil, so I feel pretty safe and confident that it's got good oil in there. And then the fuel filters, my gauge says everything's at about 46% at 7,500, so I'm well in within the specs of the book and all that. So we'll be doing a oil change, fuel filter change on the Cummins. Unfortunately, I have to go get a fuel filter or an oil filter for it. I ordered the oil filter and fuel filter package, and they only sent me the fuel filters. So I got to stop up. I'm also going to get it washed, just kind of buzzing around to get the oil temperature up to running speed to make sure everything comes out. So we'll check back in here in a little bit. Like the Jesus Christ. My God. What a pain in the ass. What a mess. So much for not getting oil on the new driveway. You know, I will say one thing. That 6.0 Ford was a really messed up engine, but they got the oil change right on that thing, man. I could do the whole thing without spilling a drop of oil. And this, I mean, look at this. It's just a mess. I don't know how you avoid that. I just don't know. Terrible. Good thing I put the plastic down. So there's the oil filter on this. Again, not in the easiest spot. Ford's, again, from the 6.0 did it right. Everything was on top. It was easy to work on. Maybe because you were constantly having to drain the oil to replace heads on that thing, so they made it nice and easy. But oil filter here, not the easiest to get off, and last time it took me like a half hour to put on because everything in there is blind and you can't find the threads. I just couldn't find the hole. So again, maybe not the best spot for the oil filter. So I dropped the oil filter. A lot easier to come off this time. Here's another design flunk. The only way to get that out is you have to tilt it, which would then spill all the oil all over your frame and on your brand new driveway. So I ended up buying this oil filter plug. So I'll put that on there, tip it, come it out sideways, and it's actually nice when you put the new one in. You can fill it, tip it, put it in there, take it off, and put it back up. So I highly suggest, if you're doing a Cummins 6.7 oil change, pick up one of these oil filter plugs off of Amazon. There you go, nothing spilled. Alright, so I'm using the AmSoil 5W40 Max Duty Protection Full Synthetic. This is what the winter mix calls for the Cummins. So we will see how this does. so this is the hardest part for me, is getting that new filter on, because like I said, you got that to work with. You can't see the threads. It's hot in there. It's just not the easiest thing to do. So I think I had a half hour into it last time. Let's see if I can cut it down this time. I'm on attempt number 3. Still no go. It's like you can find the threads, but you just can't get it to grab, and it just spins up there freely. Your hand's stuck like this in there, so it ends up crapping up. The only saving grace is that you have this little tray here to rest it on. If I had to keep taking that out in and out, I would probably just take this somewhere, but I'm gonna get it. I got it last time, so it just sucks. If anyone has a secret on how to get this oil filter on easier, I would love to hear it. Please comment below. Try number 4. I got it in. You definitely gotta, when you're pushing it up in there, you gotta put some pressure on it for it to grab. So got it in. Only took 4 tries. Not too bad. Definitely cut it down from last time. So we're gonna move on now to the fuel filters. Looking at this rear fuel filter, I'm like, well, that looks different, and they really messed up. They sent me the fuel filters for 2013, a 4th gen. So not only did they not send me a oil filter, but they sent me the wrong fuel filters. You know, stuff like that really bums me out. I know everyone's under stressful times and all that, but you know, man, that bums me out. I should have checked it. That's maybe my mistake. You know, I ordered this stuff almost a month ago. I never checked it, just having faith that they would do the right thing, but they screwed up. They're a good company. I've ordered from them before. I know tomorrow I'll call them. They'll send me the right stuff, but you know, again, it's the time thing where I have finally a free day to do this stuff, and now I can't do it. And I'm not going to buy this stuff OEM. You know, I'm going to have them resend me a whole kit. So also, I ordered AMSOIL, and they screwed up that order too. They only sent me, I'm doing my wife's oil change as well, they only sent me half the oil for that too. So I just like, damn, man, like I should have checked this stuff before. I messed that up, but it's like, man, I can't believe they didn't get this stuff right. So kind of bummed out. Only going to do the oil today, and then I'll order these fuel filters. Luckily, those are pretty quick. I can probably get it done in less than a half hour. So, but just bums me out. So I'm going to get this oil in. I did order a block heater cord for this truck. Hopefully they sent me the right one. I didn't check it, but I'm going to get that on, and then that'll be it for today. So we'll check back in here a little bit. It's like 10 and a half, 11 quarts. I'm going to start it up here and see how it looks. Reset the oil life. Hold. See, it's only at 45%. Fuel filter's at 43, so I'm still good, but let's go ahead. Engine must be off with ignition in run. Let's turn her off. There it is. Oil life. Hunted. Alright, that's the oil change 2021 Cummins